Ran to the checker flag, ran through the red light. 12 can't be getting one pull over till I'm dead right. Ride to the sunrise, can't about no bedtime. Ain't gon' get no ride with me, let they fight. Better know west side level on the big style. All the way to Chris Shaw, I'm out of mind. Better know big poppin' ain't no look. Dropping bags, it's a lot to you, to me a little.
Well, guys, when we talked to Chandler Smith, he mentioned we're racing against the clock. It is adverse conditions. It's a rule from NASCAR. If we're still racing at 4:20, the next lap, the leader crosses the checkered, the start-finish line, basically. There'll be one lap to go. No overtime finishes. This is a rule, and it's because of the rain that we had, and we also have another race coming up behind us, the O'Reilly Auto Parts race. So everybody has been alerted, so they also know, guys, they're racing against the clock.
Yeah, you know, and that's going to be a strategy. If we get, you know, close to that time, that 4:20 time, these crew chiefs are going to be looking at their watch, you know, and understanding that once we get there, there's only one lap left. So they're going to be informing their drivers, their spotters, you know, of hey, we have X amount of time left. You need to either make your move to the front or just kind of painting a bigger picture, because you're not going to wait till 4:20 and just tell your driver, hey, it's 4:20, there's one lap to go. You're going to be planning this out, because it looks like that might come into play, but the track is drying quickly, so I think we're going to go green fast. But that's a big strategy play that these teams are going to have to be looking for.
Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Atlanta. Cole Butcher there pushing his teammate on the outside. That 13 truck, he's only been in a truck a few times, guys. He was impressive yesterday.
Yeah, you see really the top 3 rows hooked up, pushing here down the back straightaway.
62 taking a peek.
Look at the 5, how loose he was right there. He's still really, really loose. He wiggled all the way through that corner. Lucky he didn't get in a crash there.
See John Hunter Nemechek right there in the 62.
Oh, he's still sideways.
Still loose moving up the track.
Still's hanging on, and remember that's Andretti, and he's just getting probably used to these trucks and had a big moment there. Look at this thing wiggle through the whole corner.
And it's like, all right, I got to go down in the next corner and do it all again, right? Hopefully my truck's got a little bit more grip this next time. And, you know, these trucks are so side force sensitive. Wow. And you can see, I mean,
Ricky Stenhouse is moving all up and down the track.
They're side force sensitive, but I think a lot of these guys are just loose, you know, just super free. And I think that's going to get a little better as the track takes some rubber, but you're going to have to hold on to your stuff. Cole Butcher took the run to the bottom and didn't complete it. And you see all the ground he's going to lose. He's going to go all the way back to, I mean, gosh, he can go back to 5th or 6th. He's just got trucks lined up to his top. You see just the momentum get lost.
Let's take a look here and see what exactly happened with that 5 truck. Adam Andretti making his debut in the Truck Series.
Oh, here you see him right there in the middle of the screen. Just, we saw how loose he was lap 1. It usually doesn't get better, Ryan.
It usually doesn't, no. And he did a great job of not hitting anything, right? I mean, it's and we stayed green through all that. Guys behind him did a good job of seeing it.
Look how tight this is going to be. Just a little gap. Oh, that is tight.
I made a little contact there with the wall and that 34 truck.
I don't think Lane really, he might have let his guard down a little bit, didn't see that one coming. And I mean, that's a classic Hocevar move though. He will like see a small gap and he will wedge his truck right in there.
Keep in mind, he won those 2 races, so he feels a lot better about this truck. He came over the radio a little while ago, said the front tires have gotten a lot better, but the back tires, they are starting to wear on me as he continues to try and make this move around the 88, guys.
Bad news for the competition.
But we've seen Kyle being content in 3rd, trying to break away from the pack. And now he's done that, and you're getting towards the end of the stage, and he sees these lap trucks in front of him. He sees a lot of opportunity, right? Opportunity to get draft off some of these lap trucks, try to pull these passes off. He's going to go 3 wide in the 3 to make it happen.
First time that Ben Rhodes has been in traffic like this. Wow, loose trucks all around him. Yes, he is. Hang on to it. First time ever racing one of these trucks. You see Corey Heim. And around goes the 15, Tanner Gray.
No caution. Still
we'll
green.
Stay green. Thinks about going 3 wide. See what happened to Tanner Gray, the 15. Stuart Friesen in the 52.
Ooh. Tanner's just trying to get a side draft there and misjudged it a little bit as they went through that dog leg here in the front stretch. Dog leg here in the front stretch.
Tanner was
Kyle Busch for the lead.
Time battle for the lead up front. Kyle Busch takes the lead away from Ben Rhodes.
Not yet.
Trying. Ben says, no, I've been the only leader today.
This is great racing here coming down to the end of the stage. These guys are kind of hanging on to their trucks. I mean, Kyle is, he's going to slip into third, but yeah, Heim has done a good job of just kind of being patient and taking opportunities where, you know, they're given to him.
And you see the lineup up top. Kyle's going to have to make it work on the bottom. Heim got to run.
Corey Heim to the bottom. Can he clear the 99 of Ben Rhodes? Just barely. All clear. New leader. Was the end of this race last year between the two of them. Kyle Busch sticking to the bottom.
Look at Kyle.
See you guys. Ben Rhodes, guys, sideways. Up front, Corey Heim, Kyle Busch.
Well, we see the whole top checked up because they saw Ben Rhodes trying to get to the outside of Corey Heim. He was almost there, and it checked up the whole top lane. Kyle Busch saw the opportunity, put it to the bottom, and now look, you got two Spire trucks down on the bottom, pushing each other, trying to win this stage with one more.
No teammates around him for Tricon Garage. Who will it be at the end of this stage? Ben Rhodes with a big push to the back bumper of Corey Heim. Heim out front. Out of turn number 4. Corey Heim does it. Wins stage 1. Ben Rhodes, who dominated that stage, ends up second.
Well, Corey Heim picking up where he left off with the stage win. Said, honestly, I wouldn't touch a thing with this truck, just 4 tires and fuel. Another guy happy with his truck in the 7, Kyle Busch. Not happy he didn't get the stage win, but happy with the way that thing drives. Said, hey, I think my truck is better than most of the other ones out here.
A lot of adjustments except for Corey Heim. Ben Rhodes, who has dominated this race, restarts on the outside. Andres Perez on the inside. Gio Ruggiero, Kyle Busch, stage number 2 underway. Really curious about this 2-tire stop for Ben Rhodes. Corey Heim. The good thing for Heim, though, guys, he knows he started deep in the field. He knows that his truck is handling well coming through that traffic.
Kyle Busch, here comes Hocevar. Yeah, he's going to take that run. We just got done talking about it.
And now he finds himself almost racing for the lead.
Hocevar is just fun to watch.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We didn't really talk about him the first round. We talked to him early in the race.
There's Stenhouse in the 45 on the top side.
Yeah, he didn't look great at the start of the race, but I think they've adjusted on that thing, and he looks really good right now.
While we were away, a couple of drivers found the wall. Caden Honeycutt will take a look here in the 11 truck and see what happened. Doesn't seem like the damage is too much.
Yeah, trying to get outside of Jake Garcia, and Jake, you know, tries to protect and gets a little bit in the fence with Honeycutt, but he's back going. I think he's 11th right now. And then we see Ty Majeski in the Menards Ford. He just looked like it stepped out from him.
You know, if it was 2-3 wide, everything was going crazy. And now it's starting to single file out. Now everyone, again, that risk versus reward, like we talked about in the first stage. There's a lot more separation at this point in the first stage. So that tells me there's more grip on the track. It's either cooling off, or 2, everyone's got their trucks handling better. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
2 laps to go in the stage.
To the top. 98.
Stuart Friesen, and he does it. Ben Rhodes down low. He does have an issue. Ben Rhodes off the pace, getting past 5, 6, 7 trucks by him now. Stuart Friesen out front, out of fuel.
Oof.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. there in the 45, taking a look. He doesn't have to think about points, guys. He's here for the win.
That was a huge run. He's in a clear. He's in a clear. Whoa, it was a tight clear.
Not quite. Stuart Friesen not giving up. Into 3, they're side by side here. The end of the stage coming. The green and white checkered flag in hand. It's so close, but it's going to be Stuart Friesen in the 52.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. said that truck much better in stage number 2. They said they need a second can of fuel, so they're going to go 4 tires on this stop. As far as Stuart Friesen in the 52, said that truck is very stable, but they're going to go left sides only.
Flag is in the air. Final stage is underway. Jake Garcia with a great launch on the inside with Kyle Busch. Carson Hocevar behind him.
Yeah, you see the bottom not really connected. You see the first 4 cars on the top really tight. That's going to hurt Jake Garcia, you know, of Kyle Busch not getting connected to him. And we'll see, you know, if they can gain. It'll come back. I mean, the momentum will come back their way, and but definitely didn't get it connected as prior restarts. Jake Garcia is going clear.
Yes, he is. Restarted inside and now trying to take the lead, but Kyle Busch is thinking he's going to be the man. So Kyle Busch out front with Carson Hocevar all over him as a teammate. They make their way to the front. Tomorrow on Fox, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Atlanta as the best of the best hit EchoPark Speedway for some high-speed chaos. Pre-race coverage begins at 2 Eastern and the green flag flies at 3. That's only on Fox. We got trucks around on the track, guys. The 26 hard into the wall, Dawson Sutton.
Gaggle of cars, right? Cole Butcher top of 3. Oh, a little contact there. Looks like Dawson Sutton's going to be a bystander in this, maybe.
That was Chris Wright in that 81 he had contact with. There it is right there in progress. Another look at it here.
Oh, you see Sutton there on the bottom. They were going low to avoid. He kind of clipped the apron. The car to his outside was really close to him, and it looked like it just kind of sucked him around and also got de-wedged on the apron, and then he couldn't control it. A big hit on the outside wall. Good to see him climb out of that thing.
It was. See how well and how long these two teammates work together. Big push by Carson Hocevar. Green flag in the air once again. Kyle Busch with the nose. That inside line, though. Nice big push by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on Stuart Friesen. Pushes him out just a little bit ahead of Kyle Busch. John Hunter Nemechek in that orange and white truck there, getting that big push from the 16 of Justin Haley. Up front, Kyle Busch.
But the bottom is really contending here. They've stayed disciplined to each other. And like Joey said, they gain in trucks, and that just has helped them get even back to the lead.
It was a big push from Gio Ruggiero, pushed Stuart Friesen out ahead of Kyle Busch momentarily, but Kyle retakes the lead. Jake Garcia in that 98 doing a great job today. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just behind him on the bottom.
I'm amazed how different this race looks now compared to what it looked the first round of the race. And you see right there,
Gio missed it.
3 wide. Gio getting past John Hunter Nemechek, moves into his spot with a push on Stuart Friesen.
We were just talking about John Hunter, right? He's finally made his way up towards the front of this field.
And I was talking about the beginning of this race when no one could run side by side. Now, trucks were sideways, everyone was out of control. Now we are towards the end of the race, and they're side by side racing, and drafting looks more of a pack, like something you would see in Daytona. So their race has really changed.
5 minutes left on NASCAR's clock for adverse conditions rule.
Stenhouse, big push from Ben Rhodes. Stenhouse has now been promoted to being the first helper for Friesen. Rhodes is going to lose all his track position right there.
And they're hanging strong.
Man, they might have a shot right here. Stenhouse is going to get to Friesen super early. Kyle Busch has no help. They're going to clear 3 cars getting into turn 3.
Huge push by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Look at Ben Rhodes up there with a shot at this race at the end.
Big run by Kyle Busch. Going to go to the bottom. Going to get to second.
Busch.
He's going to get side by side with Ben
he
Rhodes.
comes.
Might even clear Ben Rhodes through 3 and 4. He does.
He does it. Kyle Busch clears Ben Rhodes.
And that caught Ben Rhodes off guard. No one thought that a run could be that big to go from that bar back and actually clear the leader. You got to take it.
Yeah.
And he does.
I don't know if he's going to pull it off. No, he's not going to pull it off. He's not going to clear Kyle Busch.
Trying to clear the best in the business when it comes to Truck Series racing.
Ricky Stenhouse did a great job. He forced Ben into a move. He didn't have an option. He had to make a move and forced himself in the second. You see Hocevar trying to pull it off down there now.
Ben Rhodes is still in this thing. You could put a blanket over them.
And the bottom has suddenly got more trucks, right? I mean, it's all even right now.
The white flag will fall next time by. That will be the last lap.
Ben Rhodes
loose.
Super loose.
That's going to destroy the bottom lane. They're not going to get any help down the back. Kyle Busch is going to be clear coming to the white flag. The Hocevar going to try to back up. Not really backing up to the 17. Kyle's going to guard it.
Here comes Ben Rhodes. One last look at it. Gio Ruggiero behind the 77. Kyle Busch out of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Kyle Busch wins it for the 9th time in the Truck Series at EchoPark Speedway.
Good job, guys.
That is a 37.5% win average for this man. Listen to the crowd.